لم يكن الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب والمشركين منفكين حتى تأتيهم البينة.
Allah Azza wa Jal describes a scenario that the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was going through. And I want to summarize just some of the highlights of what the Prophet was going through at the time of Salah. When our Messenger was delivering Islam and in the place of the city of Mecca, early on he was met with he was ridiculed, he was made fun of, he was bullied. But later on he was constantly being criticized. He wasn't just being dismissed or ignored. Now he was also attacked. Anybody who believed when him was being socially isolated, boycotted, made fun of physically, even beaten up at times, insulted, humiliated, and people who were doing that were some of the most powerful and influential people of Mecca. So it's not like everybody doing it, but the people that are doing are very powerful. So the normal people and the average people of Mecca, even if they don't like him, they can't say anything because they don't want to mess with influential people. You see, because the bullies in the situation were actually pretty powerful and pretty influential, they had servants, even they had entire clans under them. They had a lot of money behind them. And on the other hand, as the Prophet ﷺ taught that who has none of those things doesn't have a huge amount of influence, he doesn't have money, he doesn't have resources, he is being degraded and humiliated at all times, such as scenarios you don't want to feel about, unprotected if you side with someone who doesn't have anything backing. You know, the tribe wars were all about who's got the strongest back, right? And you want to be associated with the people that have protection and all those people that were leadership in Quraysh and had more protection, as you know, they don't want to mess with them. And clearly you don't want to side with the Prophet because, well, he doesn't have anyone. He doesn't have anyone to protect him. He doesn't have anyone to side with him. Later then, even people that were thinking about accepting the call of Islam had to think twice, because it's not just accept those ideas as in I accept it and I'm going to throw anything under the bus and I'm like, I'll have no protection. Even if I have a protection now, I have my family that respects me and will take care of me and will spend on me now. If I accept Islam, I lose all of it. I'm gonna lose the protection and also the actually being the associated with the Prophet, being without any protection, being open to attack, being in response to all that. Allah revealed in the Surah 2 ayah of this remarkable ayah. He says to have the Prophets illicit Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam to declare in now that Allah, no doubt about it, my protective friend who is always by my side is Allah, that I don't need your protection, I don't need any other man, power or magic next to me, I don't need people next to me, I don't need money next to me. The word wali in Arabic, which I'm translating here, is protective, friend. I added in the translation next to me because, well, E comes from the verb wal or wali, means the next of something from it, and also you get the word ally. You know that there is the right after something an idea that Allah is never absent and is always next to me and it's constantly there. Next to me is an ism. So for wali is constant comparison of protecting. In fact, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, now I want to highlight that because we may we may not be in Mecca, and we may not be attacked by the Quraysh, but there are times in your life and mind where you feel that you're being attacked by other people's or how you feel. Imagine you got a higher position in the office, you got promoted, you hit higher sales, and you always constantly think, oh, wait a minute, if I feel bad today, I wake up in the morning and my head is not right, I have headache, it's gotta be black magic. It's gotta be black magic. I felt sick. It gotta be my enemies or my competitors who are actually casting spells on me. And this sort of nature you might be thinking, as always. But those that may be attacking you, or those that may be insulting you, or backbiting you about you, that may be threat to you, have a lot more influence maybe than you. Maybe some of those people have more power than you, and you might not reach them, and you feel unprotected. And it's in the times like that Allah reminds you, and me first, foremost, that Allah is our wali. But it's not just about people attacking. What I want to highlight is phenomenon of Muslim culture that is actually really taking everything to the threat of our faith, is threat to our relationship with Allah Himself. One of the most fundamental components of my relationship and your relationship with Allah is that our protector, that He protects us, nothing else, no one else can protect us except for Allah protects. And how He protects us. Allah wants someone harm coming our way. You know, when Allah is little ones go, like if Allah wants make it to go that way, it will happen. No harm comes, like anything that Allah does not will. Everything comes by the will of Allah. So someone can't stop it, and when he wants that something should be affecting you or laying you in a bad or in a bad mood, it will happen. Or if Allah wants to increase your ranks and increase your risk and increase all this competition which doesn't make any sense and make you win, you will win it. And we say that we declare nothing will strike us except for what Allah has decreed or written for us in our destiny. And it's interesting, in that ayah, we didn't even say what He has written against us. We said what He has written for us, in the other words. Even a bad experience is going to have something good in whatever we get it or not. Now I want you to reflect on this. Again, I say written for us, and it's interesting that ayah that we say that it's not said that written against us. It's written for us. So be it's good, be it's bad, we don't know what's the consequence. Maybe in our opinion we think it's bad. Maybe in our human limited capacity of brain activity, we are thinking it's bad for us. The results are terrific. But we are going to attribute a good maybe. So Allah makes a remarkable statement that says that only believers should be placing their trust. So what is the threat that is outside there that I'm talking about, and that you can undercut or entire faith? What happens to a lot of times in other religion? Well, let's say, for example, let's not talk about Islam for a second in this case, but other religions. When somebody gets into trouble, they grab their amulets, they grab their crucifix, or they grab their statues or idols. They grab, and you know, some kind of charms, some kind of things they say. They will think that, oh, that protects me, or that ring will protect me. Oh, I've been eyed on. I've been feeling, people are jealous of me. So this amulet definitely will protect me, or this band will protect me, etc. So they have several things. I mean, they have books, they have lockets, they have dashboards, idols, and or sprinkle this water, and it will help you. Or this is water is energized and is special, that's gonna protect you. What people start to attribute is that they have supernatural protective powers, which is above Allah. And if I have those things, I'll be protected. Somehow, some of this made its way into the Muslim thinking, that we started believing in objects that have special powers, which is why you find people go to Umrah and they go to Hajj and they sneak into pairs of scissors, and when they get to the Kaaba, they'll cut a little bit of cloth and bring it home, and every time they get to know sinus infection or like rub it to their forehead or something, my problems will get over. You know, my problem is going to be fixed. They believing that because this the cloth of touching the Kaaba, that is somehow this cloth is supernatural and powers, and is going to heal them, and the things that they're looking for protection things, and they are starting to lose their connection from the idea that Allah Himself is one who protects. And sometimes this is the idea, instead of bringing people to thinking that they are something religious, but actually this is taking far away them from their religion. It's taking away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. My only protector, the one next to me, my wali, my protector, my friend. In fact, can be in the vast majority, then at all times is Allah. Start believing in you. This is how your faith is tested. Start believing in you what it harms to you and can come to them from the unseen. And there is obsessive compulsive tendency among many Muslims, sometimes even the educated Muslims. We learn Muslims to believe if something is wrong with me, I lost my job, I'm going through depression, I'm having troubles in my marriage, or I'm diagnosed with some sickness, disease, whatever happens to me, happens as a pump, somebody did magic to me, or someone have dumped the black magic spells on me. I mean, we find out who did the magic to me, and if they did magic, I need to find, did they do spell? I need to go someone who is going to find me, you know, the prescription to undo that, or the spells. And happen in other religions is the time, but to have the ignorance and find a totally misleading what's so-called I don't know what they call them, magicians, that will say, oh, rub this to your forehead, you're gonna be solved. And this is complete ignorance. Our religion, where people have started believing that they go to certain people who will make them literally, hey, I'm gonna go this word and piece of paper, I'm gonna write for you, fold it up, and you swallow it, you don't ask any questions, or you just drink this water or orange juice, and the drink, after that you find out your lost keys because you got a spell on you. It's gonna come back to you, or you're gonna drive it on its own, or you know, or it appears on your doorstep. Before you know, the problems are going to be solved. Somebody did something, magically stole my keys or my motorbike, and it's magically going to come back. Or I lost my job because I've been feeling other people feeling jealous about me. Following this instinct and prestigious or all the superstition, whatever crazier is, a lot of times the people who make this kind of superstitions and prescriptions from all those fake, they'll put the ayahs of the Quran in the word of Allah have sworn, and so that one who doesn't understand the purpose of the Quran thinks, well, they say from the Quran, so it have to have a special powers and it has to have Allah's name on it, so this must be good thing to me, so let me have it for this thing, I need it. People's home, what or it will protect my home. You understand? That all those type of things, they don't really work. I mean, how can you put a piece of paper with above the power of Allah, above protection of Allah, where Allah swore that everything is already written, although it's coming bad or good. The problematic not because of its ignorance or evil or wrong. What I'm trying to say is this is the reason the problem occurs, is that you're not realizing that Allah you're talking over that is the biggest harm, that is the biggest harm of all things, is when you start believing in this kind of prescriptions. It's not about I'm telling it's evil, it's bad, but when you put trust above anything, above Allah, that's even a deeper problem than the way you think about it. And it's not only about your sin, it's about your faith. And we need to guard it. And the way we think about Allah and see. Now, if you put your full trust in Allah, so Allah will never tell you what's going to happen in the unseen world of the unseen. What is the angels writing right now over here? And over here, how many angels are there in the presence, in the audience right now? I don't know when is the judgment day coming. I don't know where is the jinn and what are those they're doing. I don't know. Allah did not give us the access to the unseen. He did not give us that access and limited us by the even Messenger Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. They wouldn't even speak on behalf of the unseen. The Messenger even wouldn't sometimes be able to see the angel Jibril in the sky every day. Else around him is looking at the sky. They see nothing, but he can see angel Jibril. And because Allah has opened and removed the veil from his eyes, so he can see this unseen now again. That's the first point I made to you. Building up my second point, I want to make, if you have a like bacterial infection, if you have a sinus problem, if you have a stomach issue or any other medical issue, so you go for a doctor and check out, because it's something that you cannot see it inside your body, but it exists. We do not deny that the unseen world or all those supernatural things, they don't exist, but we do not cross the line, and we do not ask something from the unseen to help us, but we only have to rely on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And our only help, our only steady solution. So I hope you apply this morality in your life, and Jazakallah khairan for listening. Thank you for supporting Bayan Production. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe,